Then I wanted to go ahead and add some conclusive articles, a little bit more recent articles, just sharing their research that they found with the estimated projection of IQ tests all the way till 2060. I found that that specific article with that type of infographics and charts was really going to help me try to get a better estimate of how IQ tests would evolve within the next 300 years. I know that I'm still a bit short, but it still kind of gives the reader a better understanding of how IQ test scores fluctuate. In addition to that, I wanted to provide some other articles just stating modern day views and opinions based off of how they feel about intelligence testing and IQ scores. For the most part, generally speaking, there is a distaste towards them. The generalization and categorization of people and their intelligence and placing them into boxes that better are more convenient for society and a capitalist system that we live in, they've lost popularity. There's been a decrease. In addition to that, in one of the studies that I found, which was the Future Cognitive Ability US IQ Prediction until 2060 based on NAEP, we see here that in 2012, the sum was pretty much at a 97.19. The projection is at a 94.26, so it is projected to decrease. Now, I don't necessarily believe that the reason behind that is because intelligence itself is faltering. I believe that the IQ percentage is not only, how we stated earlier, norming, but it's also just changing within the times. So I think overall people have become a little bit more reliant and dependent on technology to better understand things, to learn things. So IQ itself, which has this structure of cognitive reasoning based behind it in order to determine IQ test scores, if a society becomes dependent on smartphones and technology for that access of information, then that cognitive reasoning will decrease, which makes sense based off of the projection that I see here. In addition to that, there is criticism behind IQ tests with cultural biases that they hold, and also that they are used as a political weapon. So it is a way of being able to categorize people based on class, race, gender, and ethnicity and culture. So this is easy to help put minorities into boxes that make them seem as though they cannot reach certain levels of success or wealth or education. And so a lot of modern day views take IQ testing and intelligence scores as very manipulative and unhealthy to the progression of our society. A lot of them hold resentful feelings and connotations behind IQ testing and intelligence testing.